the Vice President of India has sent a letter to the President of India saying that he wants to move on and that he has decided to prioritize his health care and abide by medical advice. And I hereby resign as the Vice President of India, effective immediately in accordance with Article 67A of the Constitution. What does it actually mean, and why is Jagdeep Dhankhar choosing to retire or resign at this point? Because this resignation certainly is crucial. We did see him in action today on day one of the monsoon session. Now the Vice President saying that he wishes to resign from his position because he has to prioritize his health care and medical advice he is abiding by. This is huge. I mean, we saw him in action today, Aishwarya, and now this letter coming in from the Vice President, which he has sent to the President of India, saying that he wishes to move on.
Well, certainly, and just a few months back, remember, Jagdeep Dhankhar was admitted to AIMS as well regarding his deteriorating health conditions, and doctors had advised him to take a few weeks of complete rest. And we've seen at that point in time as well, Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar out of action, but he was again back visiting several places across the country, going to different states, addressing different universities, students at different programs as well. Today he was seen in action in the upper house of the parliament, but a sudden news that came in as far as the resignation that he has sent to the President of India, mentioning that he wants to prioritize healthcare and abide by the medical advice that has been given to him, and he hereby resigns as the from the post of Vice President of India, effective immediately in accordance with Article 67A of the Constitution. He also expressed his deep gratitude to the Prime Minister and the esteemed Council of Ministers. Prime Minister's cooperation and support have been invaluable, is something that he has also written in his resignation letter that he has sent to the President. He also went on to say that he is deeply thankful for invaluable experience and insights that he has gained as a Vice President in the great democracy of the country. And as at last he mentions that as he leaves his esteemed office, he is filled with pride and in Bharat's global rise and phenomenal achievements, and hold unwavering confidence in brilliant future as well. And the letter has been sent to the President of India. Certainly a shocking resignation, but remember, his health was deteriorating. We have seen him admitted in AIMS, and doctors earlier had advised him to take a complete health rest, is what he had expressed in his resignation.
He became the Vice President of India in 2022, which essentially means that he had 3 more years as the tenure of the Vice President. And before that, he had served as the Governor of West Bengal. Vice President Dhankhar, now he is no longer the Vice President as he has resigned, was seen as someone who could reach out to both the sides in the opposition and also in the treasury benches. He was known for his wit and certainly very sharp repartee. Of course, he is also one of the most polarizing when it came to his tenure as the Vice President and the Chairman of the Rajya Sabha. But Aishwarya, he drew some very, very sharp reactions from the opposition parties.
Well, certainly, and someone who's very vocal in the Rajya Sabha, we have often seen him giving lessons to the members who came new. In fact, some of the work that he has done as the Rajya Sabha chairperson, giving chairs to the newly elected members of the Rajya Sabha. Jagdeep Dhankhar is one Vice President that will be always remembered for the kind of signatures and the opposition clearly taunting him on many fronts that it is Vice President who does not allow many of them to speak in the upper house of the parliament, but altogether meets everybody in the chambers. Certainly guides new MPs who had been coming to the upper house as well. But certainly, yes, of course, 3 years were left. Jagdeep Dhankhar had been very vocal about the judiciary. He has been giving statements on how the Modi government had been progressive enough and taking India ahead as well, criticizing the opposition time and again. He had been West Bengal governor. We have seen him facing a lot of critics from the West Bengal government as well. But certainly, now as he has resigned from immediate effect and citing the health reasons, sends a shockwave across the political spectrum. It is, of course, the health reasons that he had cited, but certainly it would be very interesting to see that how the government and, the opposition reacts to his resignation.